I'm currently going through this thing and getting everything checked. I had my eyes checked the other day, and my eyesight is amazing, it turns out. But I do apparently have some, not apparently, I do have some UV damage. I hope that's from a couple of years spent out trying to catch waves. Uh, well, I don't know why I would hope that. I don't miss trying to surf. Like, you live out in the country, and the big consolation is that you can go surfing, you can go uh, bodyboarding. But after a while, it becomes a job. Once you've, been dumped, once you've been held down by waves, once you've been hurt and nearly drowned enough, it becomes like a thing you're afraid of doing for good reason. It becomes just another goddamn chore. I guess I'm capable of complaining about anything if just give me a few seconds. Anyway, eyesight, fine. UV damage, though. The optometrist said, look, yeah, you should probably get yourself some sunglasses. He said sunnies. Get some sunnies. I'm sorry, I'm not calling them sunnies, and I'm not calling them shades. That's an American dog word, shades. American dogs! No, I won't have it. I went looking for sunglasses, and I took Jo with me because I need her to tell me, is this working or am I delusional? Like, I'm an artist, right? Like, I have some idea about colours and shapes and things like fashion, even architecture. I'll give you an opinion about all of these fucking things, but I needed her there to tell me whether I was tripping or not. We're looking at sunglasses, and we were looking at some nice sunglasses, and then we were looking at the price tag, and what we were seeing was $380. And I can barely justify being alive. I can't justify that kind of expenditure. And then what ended up happening was we went to one of these discount chemist places, those discount pharmacy joints, and they had a rack of sunglasses, and these women's sunglasses were ideal, and they cost $20. So, you know, check out one of life's fucking winners. I've been doing stand-up comedy for the last couple of weeks. Last night was my 8th excursion onto the streets of Melbourne, seeking out open mics, where I could perform, and it's been interesting. But one of the things is working out how to be cool on stage, because you've got to be cool. You can't be a try-hard, you know. You can't let on that you're having a bad time. In fact, you shouldn't be having a bad time. You shouldn't be taking your bad time on stage. And I haven't been doing that, but I'm getting back into it, and it's like I'm new again. And my old jokes that have never not got laughter. I've had the experience of, like, the two best ones. I don't. The last couple of times I got up, nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. Nothing happened. Nothing. And so I was trying to work out. I've been trying to work out. Well, what can I do about this? I don't want to write new material, but then again, things have been occurring to me. And I've just been writing them down as I go, as they pop into my head. Oh, I write that down. A sentence. And what I realised was that, you've got to be natural on stage. That's the best way to be. Just be natural. Now, I'm going to take a sip from my Anzac cup that my friend Sarah gave me as an ironic, hilarious present. I'm sorry. I love our war criminals. Anyway, trying to work out how do you get fucking natural on stage? How do you get natural? And then I realised, the old jokes, all the old jokes. In fact, I'm only realising it now. All my old stuff is from before I knew I'm autistic. I was autistic. I mean, I am autistic, and I was autistic then, but I didn't know. Now I do know. So those jokes are missing something. You know, they're still great jokes, but they don't have that part of me in it. So the other day I got up and I said, oh yeah, I cut the sleeves off of my t-shirts because I've got to have my arms and my body at two separate temperatures or I will just freak out. And I talked about being autistic and I talked about how my sense of time, is different from how normies experience time. The best way I can put it is it sort of spirals instead of being in a straight line, or everything's happening all at once. These kinds of fun things that normies will never experience. I've said this before in videos that I guess us neurodivergent people are a minority because, if we were a majority, we would be such a fucking pain in the hole, You experience time in a linear manner. You fucking idiot. We'd be bullies. We're a minority, and that's how it quite possibly should be. Anyway, and I had been thinking, look, I don't want to, when I get back into comedy, I don't want to be talking political. I'm sick of trying to be political, and I just want to be relatable and likable. These are super key things, no matter what kind of comic you are. People have to actually like you. But I've realised the missing ingredient was the autism. I have to talk about being autistic. Why do I have to talk about being autistic? Because I'm getting on stage like this, right? Where have my sleeves gone? Is this happening because I'm a fucking idiot? Like I have to, for my own peace of mind, I have to explain what that is, what's going on there. Why is he dressed, in this sleeveless? Why is the gentleman going sleeveless tonight? What's his story? And then from there, I've realised, there's so many places I can go talking about autism and relating politics to autism and relating my activism to autism and relating how I see the world to autism. And really, I've realised it's actually given me a free ticket to be hyper fucking political because I'm comfortable talking about autism, and I don't, when it comes to autism, and this is brand new for me, this is something in my life where I genuinely don't give a fuck what anyone else has to say about it or think about it or do about it. I only care about my point of view when it comes to autism. It's an awesome feeling of self-respect and dignity and enthusiasm, and also wanting to share that sense of freedom. And I've realised it gives me this opportunity from the point of view of the autistic person to say, hey, your normal world as you know it, it's fucked. I'm here to tell you it's super fucked. And here's all my very funny things that I'm going to say about how fucked your world is. And I believe this is the kind of thing that I can do without making anyone feel uncomfortable. Because how are you going to feel uncomfortable if I'm just happily giving you my minority viewpoint, which you don't have and you never will have? So it's no threat to you. I'm just telling you what it's like from where I am. From where I am, you're all fucking idiots. It's harmless. It's fun. It's good times. I'm fucking stoked. Autism, yes. And this has come naturally. Now, so before I started doing stand-up comedy, I said to myself, fuck, I don't want to do political stuff, or I don't want to try to do political stuff But political stuff will inevitably occur to me, you know. And now with this autism thing, it's coming. It's like a flood, and it's easy. It's easy. It's just my natural point of view. It's just who I am, you know. So I'm absolutely fucking stoked because it looks like without having to like force it, you know, without having to be a wanker about it, which it's something I absolutely dread. You know, I dread that try hard, you know, feeling, dread it. That I'll find myself in that space, and I have felt myself in that space doing stand-up comedy before, you know, even when it's not true, you know, because I'm too hard on myself. Uh, but it looks like I'm going to be carving out a niche for myself as the mad lefty autistic stand-up comic uh, who okay, isn't abusive, you know, not abusive, just as Tom Taneke would say, robustly working class. I was talking to Andrew Goodwin about this, and he said, "Look, yeah, don't worry about it. Just let the words come out of your mouth." Yeah. So I don't know. It's exciting to have a disability and find a way to use it for the fucking cause, you know, because we need a revolution. We need a revolutionary army. We're going to need, of course, you know, death squads, but we'll get into that later.